need forces that will counter that forces of the opposition. We need to capture and reclaim all the constituency in the district. We need to capture. Why not? Do we consider ourselves NRM when we cannot represent NRM in the district? This is absolute nonsense. I will not. I have wasted my sleepless night. This time I sleep only for 4 hours to make sure we retain the position. And if my aspirant will not do that, I would rather resign and go home.
Have your laptop ready with a specialist, because all the results of election we're going to focus it on the projector. The very declaration forms we are going to enter, it is the declaration form we want you also to enter. So rubbish this issue of stealing votes or whatever. It is not going to happen. Have trust in the district election officer, have trust in the district admin, have trust in the staff.
Some of us have already been having consultation and we are moving along party members. In this campaign, what safeguard do we have about the kind of audience that we shall have? Do we have to communicate ourselves to the audience who will attend, or there will be official communication through other means? Because I'm very sure as we go to sub-counties, we shall have a mixture of voters. Is there a safeguard for that, where we strictly be along like party members? The issue of facilitation. I think this one reminds me about campaigns that I saw when I was still young. They were happening in sub-county headquarters, something like that, where what they call token to voters were not there. We have been moving individually and we are doing that, although it's not a requirement. It is now the trend in politics. I will assume that this may not be there. So in my own view, should be asked the aspirants to facilitate the office to move up there, and will, not compulsory. I would propose that let us have that act as we wait from communication from Secretariat.
Kakumbeti kiwaje ni party yetika neno neni wan ko woro machalo du no da tamo ni party mier bet ki ker beti mu je mo kera ni wen mai ti kino ye providing security ikino ye neno ni kabir ma wan cher kabir ye ni ngamo yubugi ikino ye jeme ma wan cher ka ti kwere kuno koni no public address system mete tiene ba e campaign wanga dog dano chie Chino security mero betie mano a partenero ni mero security betie ikinje mabe anati ga neno ne kawan ko be very careful chi work as a team being Iowa one mero lok da bope ki chawa ana winyu kanni kanga mataw ne en pero word machal team kong doko cho go tango do dok wan cho e wene.
As you all know, I'm a daughter-in-law in Acholiland. Will I have a translator? Can I come with my translator? Because when I go to the villages to meet my voters, I usually have a translator. I am not so good in Acholi, Manok. But now to talk to my voters, would you allow me to come with my translator? Number two, if one misses the joint campaign, is there any legal implication for that person? Myself, of course, I've faced it. Cannot speak Acholi. She's a Mulalo. I'm not a Mulalo. I'm a Mugisu. I was a Mugisu from Mbale. But I met a handsome Acholi man, and I fell in love with him. That's why I ended up here. And we have 5 children together, 2 sets of twins. I cannot take them back to Mbale. They don't have land in Mbale. Right. So these are your children. I am your wife. So the one going around that she cannot speak Acholi is there. Lugo in Parliament. Is there Lugo in Parliament. So. Honorable Minister, I'm so sorry, but mine is a bit aside because of the language. It really hurts me. When you go to meet your voters, tell them what you're going to do for them. Yeah. Do not waste your time on me. You're wasting time on me. That is what the new voters tell me when I go. They say, okay,
we are a family, and there is life after this election. Whatever the case, there is life after this election. when we are going into this race, we must know there is a winner and there is somebody who would have postponed the victory. There is nothing as a loser. Like in my case, for the two beautiful sisters of mine who have come to contest with me, I really want to thank them and congratulate them. And even reassure them that in case any of them wins, I will fully back them up. Because that is the spirit of the party that we are looking at. On my side, I don't want anybody to have the illusion of being a minister and then that means intimidation. Lillian Abe will never intimidate anybody. We shall all go to the voters, present our manifestos, and if there is anybody who wants to bring violence or intimidation, please, let's consider the president as the main factor here. At the end of the day, we are all supporters of the president. So if we intimidate the voters who are supposed to vote for the president, then we are doing something wrong. So for me, I want to re-echo this. But on the issue of joint campaigns, like for my case, I handle a docket that handles emergencies because my docket is disasters and refugees. So if something happens in my sister's home where she comes from, because we know there are landslides, we know there are emergencies that come, definitely I will not be available for the program. And probably something that would have, maybe if we had met earlier, because we are looking at now time, we could have maybe first planned and had a day to do mobilization and then people organize. But now from here, tomorrow you go to the field, it's quite very hectic. If mobilization are not gone ahead, I would request that maybe you give a day for mobilization. When people come, those who would be comfortable to fully go for the joint race. So my sisters and brothers, I wish you all the best. And Chairman, after the election, please bring all of us together so that we can have reconciliation discussions immediately after the...
Neno me join kambe droite la de Romera bien en kamalu bolpi pa NRM no la tela makweri tela butwin tela matwero konyo lwa tela matwero kemeki pi madet neno ne bore wan chalu pati pa NRM guru ya chel ma neno en lokom demokrasia watamo ni ka programme joint campaign tie eno atiga neno kidma gamende pa NRM mero neni ti lokom democracy kero chalo ki moma pire ter tela mabe kagen kerkoma neno na tie ma o guri ma papat ma chel lokom fonye lokom yorkom lokom program ma katiki kinping ma papat ma tie chalo niye palo Kristo ka chel ki ka lokom fu eri guri ma neno ba chalo pigi tegu be ka do beno be do guri me lokom guru ka chel ki mege eno ni tie program mega ma manifesto tie ma yo ma be mo twi kor ki kore tigi dul ma ba pat program eno ni wa o mi kon bil wax ma chwa west
ka o kero gene koma pero ma ko wana tie ka yelle kere ena ido manifesto ma be no kate kere ikit me yot kom ena ko be kama wana woro o tie ke pero ma duong lo tino wa ma chalo bore ko do ko choro ya no ma gi chwaro mege oria mege nyolo ko yo mage gin mo kan mo mier ke ti ka enen ka mo kan ma ber ka ber no kanero chula ma wi kulu pe ke yengyo wa ke kon lwa dan kwan mo kan ma ko be ti gan kwan paro nyoro ke ket king wa lo tino chalo be no pan ma ro ma ko lo tino mo kan ni mage kine mo kan ti jame mo kan mo mier ke ti ma ka lwa ko kero gere koma mage jame mier ti ma te
an machalo adom gino kala tela duong to twal pian ki ne nero krana nen kere nen neno ke nen mer twako matek tep twil komane an patika acting abe beru ka ti tiji kom jema ngwen ma piera tek ma beru chalo gure ma bega ma le mono luone pillars ma be nyuta an tiro an kitamira ti kere akel tela ma kwere e chwa west mia chel abiti ti community pian tela mabe chaka ki community malay mo woni community engagement kini ti ken community engagement mi wero mina kare mi poko kit peki ma pat min neno yo me pero me ma wan mo check on ka tele community ke pero me ma ara mo pushing go check ka pay sub county level and your district level kenye kenyo ka no pero ni en teacher material member of parliament da bitero in ministry na chero ka timo chaka pia kipila sana mario matika guiding and ene kimone women and youth empowerment manifesto pa NRM be nena en giachet abiti mongo wa ka med care pa bulu ngeo bulu ya nyimpa wiloboni ke bulu ya nyimpa yo kitkum mege en ya nyimpa wilobo yo ikone wengi woro ka chel pia ne konki katela pole ke ne mi aliba beach it mego ke mi aliba beach bola cho alis mego ni ramo wilo la chere ki mako kwa pala cho ke komi gum ramo dok gang wax kitile mi abi mi wa ana ne na med care pa mege yo me chato will yo me fu ke jeme ma pol ma ramo dok kwa gi ki place na ma de ene look me lemon when advocates very strong advocates and I yeki in nano the first pillar can no peru matia mi daring ke de Kampala mokana yanya keyboard ministry mokana timo lobby mi we have to chabero yo so that last one part of parliament be nana merke team ene ki one building alliances a bit kingato mo kiken daga tela po bet bora kiken ngata mo kan matiki tiro ke riego ana beti ke ko position ko ngata mo ke wa joma ana tika chunke ni ba kui go rem kana ngene mo ke kan kana yone an gara dan ayupe wacho so bi ye gembe ke kelo neno gini ba ba tika chelo mara foi mata
lok be join campaign ana chwago da yeni join campaign ni betie yen ba chel lok be join campaign geo lok ba pol ba chel consolidating resources mano mirti ko den bario wego jomu ken manaka ne wo berka lokko ni gengi lok ke nying dan maraj kagini pere barka join campaign tie mano yetie wadde win ci da ngar mon no ben gin ma pere tek anoni ngara ci da cel mi rum wacc manifesto ne ngoma bi ene bi timo bot luwa ma lo loyo lok ke nying ngar mon lo yetu ngar mon lo ci kile bu maraj ci ara no ne join campaign pere tek bir wati kede wek kitano wanwati ye la I art omiero po bet ka daga because king e kui wano beti menini bodo iber ka mone da ko na lego ni agents kilo global kui era cha ka ne nyano dano bien ko mbiri chane agent mamme ga cha ka ro de agent pangar money agent pangar mo be de an ente noni wan machal walu chung ko mbiri chane wallo ka chel wa mote wa timi jema ko ka chel ci alego beni lu bol kui o mir pa ko be tajuma ka nyano dano kay ne mo ci ñu be ga ngara chel wor ki ngara chel dak ti kene pa way wor ma way porre
kage yara Jami Tiaboro according to categories where resources mamegwa bo there are challenges makombe the municipal getie here the human resources the people working for the municipal getting challenges structures may human resource Fatima Bear for instance assistant town clerk Martin Church division TU3 and yet town clerk may town Martin challenge Namakora at the beginning TU2 should be ironed out. Iron is part of the policy. Issues regarding land, for instance, registry and registers may land Peremabe. Atamane komberi kage penyo free all titles tie in municipal Canada. Customer kono tie di piantan no don okwa families mogo. Leasehold kono tie di untitled land kono tie di public land tie romana. Anchane pe atamane should be worked on. Anatamane kana I will handle it. There are serious issues about government processes. Bureaucracies, there are issues about the market. The main market. The smaller markets in the suburbs, they all have issues that should be handled. There are big issues about villages on our local revenues, and actually several sources of revenue are untapped. Should also be brought in. Machines, equipments and tools ma mi kon government palwa being mismanaged. Atamni it should be handled. And information messages, information pagamente are leaked out. Office secrecy has collapsed. Magaye, Jeremy, ma anatamani, I will handle. So I have 8-point program, naturally my manifesto, regarding categories of our resources, money, man, which is human resources, money, which is finances, material, land, machines, equipment, tools, messages, methods, moment, and the market. So that's my summary of my manifesto. I think I am the right person to be the mayor. I have the intellectual capability, the character, and even the heart to empathize with the different categories of the urban population. I am better place. Mekubu dans le Bopakitgum municipality, of course we shall continue building from where it is. Thank you.
Now, tie check mawai no merdano wat kachiel a joint campaign. Ento lok mo anyam kan bene mo ni jomo kana popo beruki care me war joint campaign. La bole charo one and ministers before ti office. Chalo mega mati docket me no jim maporatura. Ka ko ni mono teme me na ria dok pa chino balo program pa jomo kana. Chi lok me joint campaign me ke yupo chon ke do bino banatura. Ka choko time tin ti don dirigi chere fili ne chal bi yelo dando ka mobilization. Ento ana mere wishing dano weng gen go campaigning mabe gen na pere tek e kar me campaign ena ye ki lok ki lep mamol tiet manifesto ma megi bien ko fotie ngechu ka don down ti ye fot ko tie ya ka yini por kui mane ngeni in bene dano go po mini kare ni in tel kar en go kar mo kan gi bi mini ci bet ki kit mabe ka chere di dano bien pel mer ki pokin dano bien dir me ka kuyu kar wan fo du ka ber ka chien and I'm wishing Jomatica Chung a position Mapapato when Wamagati a Chung woman MP ni all the best the Bao Konwa, what Chirokatir manifesto Megwa, Luak Anna more that year and Mamir Chung Pig.
A T flag bearer, I take a Togo, nominating a point of form or appear with him nomination. Nomination Megwa to do my born in Rabbit, where Unjomokana Piano Anka Ward. And for Pachaco, what and Abichaco, what King Gang, but through Abichaco. I think I'm creating task force community municipality in Nana. And Qui Mucaro, a better than a manian for a Bina and to Luago Tamone, Mia, Cat Ganacoma, and I'm better than my twin, my pitcher patata, my worky party, my better mod, my war, my better kid which I do you in Gang kind. She, Umia Mao Bandera and Rune, and a wedding, a marry, the do kere, Kumberi, Chabi do kere. America mbere madu kereni un win manifesto manyan mati kere ma bejo ki unen kita ara bitor ke program eni we wanu karu we chiru don wo kwenye kui madit don we unen don logo nen don le mono makarja wechu le mono me twinning me partnering we unngero we American me kara down ma no bino katika skin wan ke permo ma do tela matino teno mete dar kan gino be nyaro ke du be nyaro keren an abino ka yobu jami weng
lok tema pol to twan anene korbeti chochwan bot an me mi lok eniro yorobo dano eto dano mi rungeni anda beretela a beretela track record tima be cooperative district councillor ma chumpi pandong division ma pat ke mono ana ber won kom ko me pandong division a ber won kom pa youth council kidgum ma eno konyo an be no twal gi kenya chera ber won kom pa bulu me actually a better ben la kubulu ni chaka ki kara moja way was 9 in national council magi position ma beira a better be karan ma dit me party kidgum kainen karan bene me youth league me kidgum e NRM ki tenok ni itela dong ana woro a dir dong mala ma bo ma bet twan chunya yom ni ana tiga chen me bero me I'll make serious and tremendous work menene Mayor office mar no la NRM ko mbit bere yeni
obero maya ki kom ma chunga no municipality tie municipality da ma la loche no na tenane tie ngat ma luak o ker kui kom en ama poyo.
I have been put in the position of a parent, and I am parenting kids who are currently very itchy until when their elections are over. Every day, each of them want to report the other one to me. So I will be very observant, but less wordy. But I want to encourage you and start by saying congratulations for making it this far. Not many of you reached this far. Someone was laughing when election of the DO was wishing all of you success. Indeed, I also want to wish all of you success. You will not succeed. The only difference is what type of success you will have gained on that day. For example, the candidates we have invited today, you are 22 in numbers, in total. The MPs, the district chairperson, and the mayoral candidate. Because of provisions of the party and provisions of the National Electoral Commission, we shall only have 6 substantive winners at the conclusion of those different elections. So those ones will also be winners. The other 16 will also be winners, but other winners around there. So I want us to accept, so that after the election you should not think someone was responsible. Okay? It is just that situation that is arranging itself, that the position for woman MP is only one. So the 3 good party members who are there, for us as party leaders, we are saying we shall only be able to have one person to present to National Electoral Commission. The rest, we stay together and wait for the future, because the future is bright. Are we together? My 5 able elders and brothers who have successfully made it to this level as candidates for position of district chairperson, I'm sure the DO will only be able to declare one person for us to present to the National Electoral Commission. I want to implore the other 4 that should you be one of those 4, please, you be informed now that we expect you to behave yourself. This applies to all the positions, Chua East, the 5 people, Chua West, the 3 people, all of us.